Go.
Good morning, students. In this video, we'll study about another endocrine gland of an endocrine system of our body that is called pancreas. Okay, pancreas can be introduced as heterocrine gland. Why it is called heterocrine gland? Because it exhibits the characters of both endocrine as well as exocrine glands. Because a part of the pancreas behaves like a endocrine glands, while the other part of the pancreas behaves like a endocrine glands. That means it shows the characteristic features of both the glands, exocrine glands and endocrine glands, by a particular gland, that is pancreas. So pancreas is called heterocrine gland. Okay. Location: it is located along the posterior margin of our stomach, in the loop of the duodenum. Clear? Where it locates? It locates the posterior margin, along the posterior margin of our stomach, in the loop of the duodenum. What is duodenum? The duodenum is the part of our gut which connects our stomach with our small intestine. Okay? In which the pancreatic juice is released for the digestion of the food in our intestine. Let us know now how this endocrine, let us know the function of the exocrine part of the pancreas. Exocrine part produces pancreatic juice, which contains different kinds of pancreatic enzymes, which is released in the duodenum through a duct and helps in the digestions. On the other hand, endocrine part consists of a small group of cells, small group of endocrine cells called islets of Langerhans, and they secretes mainly insulin and glucagon. Okay, and both the hormones are again antagonistic pair of hormones, because they act on same functions of our body, but their actions are opposite to each other. So they are called antagonistic pair of hormones. Further, islets of Langerhans consist of three types of cells, and these three types of cells are alpha cells, beta cells and delta cells. Okay, alpha cell secretes glucagon. What is the function of glucagon? Glucagon actually disintegrate the glycogen molecules stored in our different parts of the body into glucose. That means it's rises the glucose level in our blood. Okay. On the other hand, beta cell secretes another hormone that is called insulin. Okay, and the main function of the insulin, it converts the glucose present in our blood, the excess amount of glucose present in our blood, into glycogen, so that they can be stored in our different parts of our body for our future purposes. Okay. On the other hand, delta cell secretes a hormone that is called somatostatin hormone, which is also called growth inhibitor hormone, because it reduces the growth of our body by influencing the thyroid gland to secrete less amounts of thyroxine hormones. Okay, it can also influence the islets of Langerhans so that it can reduces the secretion of the insulin, okay, or growth hormone, etc. So that is why it is called growth inhibitors. Okay. So mainly two hormones plays a very important role, that is insulin and glucagon, because insulin and glucagon maintain the balance of blood sugar. Okay, it maintains the sugar level in our body. Insulin reduces the amount of sugar in our blood, whereas glucagon increases the sugar level of our body or blood, or glucose level of our blood in the body. That means both helps in the carbohydrate metabolisms and maintain the level of sugar. Okay. In hyposecretions or hypersecretions of both the hormones may causes different kinds of diseases, such as in hyposecretions of the insulin may cause a diabetes that is called diabetes mellitus. Okay. On the other hand, if hypersecretions happen for the insulin, it causes a disease that is called hypoglycemia, and which is very dangerous for our life because it may cause death. Clear? On the other hand, glucagon just actually opposite the action of the insulin. Okay, that means when glucagon secretes more in amount, the glucose level rises, and when it releases more in amount, and when it secretes less in amount, there may be chances of decrease in the sugar level. Okay, that means both the hormones played a very important role in carbohydrate metabolisms or sugar metabolism, so that glucose level of our blood remain maintained. Clear? Okay, that is all for this video. Have a nice day.